Bearcats All Access, sponsored by Fiber.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome into this week's edition of Bearcats All Access. The UC men's and women's basketball teams both in town this weekend. The women's team on this floor later on today against Kansas, and then the men's team in action tomorrow, Sunday, at 2 o'clock against UCF. Yes, it is Super Bowl Sunday, but again, it's a 2 o'clock tip-off, so you can come here, watch the game, and get home in plenty of time for the football game. Make it a whole day of sports watching. Your day of sports watching today starts right now. We got a lot of good stuff in store for you in today's show. We start with this, my conversation with UC men's basketball coach Wes Miller. It is our Coach's Corner, presented by Fiber. Wes, a disappointing loss last weekend on the road at Houston. Of course, that's a very good team, top 10 team in the country. They never lose at their place. But I know as a coach, you don't want to come out of that and say, well, it's a good team, we didn't play well, let's just flush it. What can you take away from a day like that?
It was a tough day, not just because you're playing in a very difficult environment against a team that has a big history right now of success. Playing at home, it was tough because we were just banged up. We didn't even take two of our top 6-7 players, no matter how you slice it, on the whole trip with Sean and Sincere. There's some good things. We started the game, we executed very well. We got the ball into the right places. We got really good looks against a team that's hard to get good looks against at home, especially to start games. We didn't make them, and we didn't do a good enough job on the offensive glass when we did miss some really good shots. But we did some nice things executing what we practiced on a quick turnaround preparation. I thought we showed some heart in the second half when things didn't go our way.
Winning away from home this season has been a struggle for you guys. What has it been? What's been the problem with whether it's finishing those games or getting the performance you want? What's been the problem away from home this season?
Well, there's two games that just got away from us late in the game. One game that got away from us at Arizona late in the game, and that's the #1 team in the country.
Right.
Who's undefeated this year. The Houston game obviously gets away from us there in the second half. So I think if you take those two games out of it, every other game that we played away from Fifth Third, we've been right there. So I think a lot of it's just been about finishing. Of course, there's a couple one-offs there with Arizona and Houston where it's just not a game there late in the game. But we've been right there. So it's not that we haven't performed on the road. We haven't closed games out on the road, and certainly something we've been working on and addressing.
You turn around this Sunday, you face a team that you've become pretty familiar with here in the league. It's a team that was in the league that you were in previously as well, UCF. What is the most important thing for your team going into that game if you're going to get a win there?
Can we check the box defensively? Can we check the box on the backboards? Can we take care of the basketball and value the ball, not shoot ourselves in the foot there? And then can we play within ourselves to make the right plays for who we are as players within our offensive identity? That's every night for us in Big 12 basketball. UCF in particular, they're playing with a lot of size. They have a ton of size at every position. They've become a very physical team this year. They're a much improved defensive team. We'll have to do a nice job there, and then we got to get the ball. Again, it'll come back to the same things. We got to make sure we take care of the ball, play to our strengths offensively, not get away from those things, and then do a great job on the offensive glass.
Let's talk sticks. We're gearing up for women's lacrosse season here on campus, and with that, we sit down with the head coach, Gina Thomas, to talk culture, competition, and expectations. An inside look at the mindset of the women's lacrosse team as they head into this brand new season.
I think it's just pure competitiveness and fight, and I feel like we've built this program on competitiveness. This university and the athletic department is always built on fight. So those two things we expect from our team from start to finish every game. But it's exciting. We get to open up, down the road. And that'll be a good one for us to just kind of see where we've grown and developed and kind of see how those guys down the road have developed as well. So starting off really competitive and a little rival there. But I think across the board with this season, doesn't matter whether we're on the road or home, I think we just have to show up and be ready to play. Play fast and heavy reliance on our fundamentals and teamwork, okay?
Let's go, Cats!
fundamentally the little things, both on and off the field, we've had to grow and develop a lot with this year's team. So I think those two things, just growth, development, and really focusing on the little things within the offense, the confidence, the little things within the defense, make sure fundamentally we are where we need to be. Our young kids are really ripe and ready. I think we got a lot of good freshmen and sophomores ready to step up. But I think the three kids that are returning that have started every game for us last year and in some years are Paige Selhorn, Lexi Wolf, and Mia Fedorovich. I think those three kids are going to need to be really big for us this year across the board. We have a lot of kids on this team that can play and that can put the ball in the back of the net and can save the ball and get the ball off the draw. So I think it'll be really fun to watch when kids have the opportunity to step up and do the job, do that, and it's going to be fun because they're a good group of kids that are going to play as a team. So come out and enjoy watching some really good lacrosse and these kids having some fun playing as a team.
Still to come on Bearcats All Access, an inside look at National Women in Sports Day on campus, a spotlight on some of the voices helping shape the future of UC sports.
This segment is sponsored by Furniture Fair.
This past Wednesday, we took time to honor some of the women who help power UC athletics. We sat down with several leaders to find out about their stories and their journeys. This is a spotlight on some of the voices helping shape the future of UC sports.
Hi, my name is Gianna Salzbrunn. I am the Director of Development for the UCAT staff here at the University of Cincinnati.
My name is Katie Craig. I work for the ticket sales, and I'm a ticket sales representative.
My name is Maggie McKinley. I'm the Deputy Athletic Director and Senior Women Administrator.
My name is Allie Glass, and I'm a graduate assistant for the Strategic Brand Engagement and Communications Department.
My name is Annalise Scott. I am a marketing assistant.
Hello, I'm Isabella Marley. I'm our Director of Photography at the agency.
So I am the daughter of a hockey coach, and so sports have never been not a part of my life. And so everything that I did and every activity that we did as a family revolved around sports.
Working in tickets, it's a lot more than just tickets. It's working with different departments. It's working with fans to make sure that they can get to these games. It's if they can't get to the games, okay, well then what can we do to make sure that you have the best experience possible? Those little things that we get to help with every single day is probably the magic behind it.
I would tell a young girl that wants to get into sports photography, like, don't be scared of all the men, like, on the sidelines. Like, there's a spot for you on the field just as much as anybody else, and just knowing that you belong.
I would say just follow your heart and find people who inspire you. Don't take a hard challenge as like discouragement or anything. I'd say just keep working towards what you want to do.
One of the things that girls can do to advocate for themselves in the workplace is knowledge is power. Learn as much as possible, soak up things, never assume you know everything. There's always an opportunity. I've been in the industry 25 years and I'm still learning and growing, and I think that's how I best contribute to each room that I'm in, making sure I use my voice whenever there's an opportunity to do so.
I think advocating for yourself looks like just speaking up, kind of putting yourself out there, but also having mentors and supervisors who advocate for you as well. A lot of my supervisors in the past that gone through UC have been males, so just having them use their voice to speak up for the women as they're growing in sports, and also having my women supervisors speak up for me as well, just creating the spaces for me to thrive and do well in.
Being an advocate for the next generation, I think that's where it starts. I would say too, just keep doing what you believe in and keep doing what you know is right. Stick to your why. My why is the student athletes. I had a great student athlete experience running track at Eastern Michigan, and so that's what I pour back into when I have a hard time in this role. Why do I feel so passionately about this work? Why do I feel so passionately about facilitating philanthropy? It's because I had a great experience and I want to be able to pay that forward. So go back to your why, go back to the things that you believe in, and you'll be just fine.
Still to come on Bearcats All Access, our conversation with a UC basketball player who has a very unique cultural background and a guy who fits in just right with Wes Miller's squad.
Bearcats All Access, sponsored by Ultifiber.
Each week on our show, we feature a student athlete from here on campus and try to tell their story. This week, an interesting conversation with UC men's basketball player Jalen Celestine. He's from Canada, but has two parents who are both from the Caribbean originally. An interesting cultural background, which fits in perfectly for the UC basketball team, which has players from all around the globe. Here's part of my conversation with JC. It's our Bearcat Spotlight presented by Furniture Fair. JC, what's been your favorite thing about Cincinnati since you arrived here on campus?
Off court, I'll probably say the food. Honestly, it's pretty diverse, like range of foods, and I don't know if the right word's a foodie, but that's what I'd probably call myself. Honestly, I don't really do too much besides go out to eat.
So if it's a wide open world and you can have whatever you want, no matter the price, no matter where you're at, it doesn't matter. You choose the meal. What's the meal?
Oh, probably rice and peas with oxtail. I'm Caribbean, so I'm a little biased, but yeah, I'll probably go rice and peas with oxtail.
When did you start playing basketball?
I've always played basketball, but I didn't switch over to basketball till I was in grade 8. I grew up playing soccer. Soccer was really my first sport. But my dad played Division I basketball. My dad played in France. My dad coached my older brother. So I was always around the sport. But for me personally, I grew up playing soccer.
What is it about playing the game of soccer that you feel like still helps you today?
Probably footwork. Certain things I could get into my shot, like step backs, like pivoting, little things like that. And I played center mid, so I was able. That's like the point guard, I guess you could say, on the soccer field. So I see the game pretty well. I like to think at least. And then just honestly, there's a lot of things that translate over, in my opinion.
What is it about Cincinnati basketball that drew you in?
Wes Miller. Honestly, he's probably the biggest piece. Wes Miller and Coach Morgan. Because they're the first people that called me. I just really believed in what Wes was preaching, and you could tell it's rare for a coach to really care about his players to the level that he does. And even though he may get honest in practice or whatever the case may be, it's coming from a great place. And he actually wants us to do well, and he actually cares about us off the court.
When you're not on the basketball court, what are you doing? I'm
getting old, man. I just be chilling in the crib, for real. Yeah. I'm a homebody. I go out to eat.
Yeah.
I go out to eat, FaceTime.
You're a guy that always goes to the same place over and over and over, or are you trying a new place as often?
In the summer, I'm more like
adventurous.
I'm more adventurous in the summer. In season, I'm pretty strict. Honestly, recently I've been going Corritos basically every day, just getting a salad.
Is that right?
Yeah, just getting a chicken salad and trying to eat healthy.
Creature of habit when you have to be.
Yeah, keep my weight down. But honestly, I prefer to be adventurous when it comes to restaurants. I've tried a lot of good places out here. Yeah.
So you say chilling at the crib. You just go home, sit down on the couch, and just sit there?
No, I'm big on watching shows. Okay. So I binge watch TV shows. I call my people back home. I call my girl. I call my boys back at the crib. My little sister, my older brother.
What are we watching?
It depends on the day. Right now I'm watching a show called The Night Manager on Prime. It's a pretty good show.
If you had to choose a category or a type of show and you don't know anything about it other than the category, what type are you choosing?
Cartel, gang related, espionage, war, those types of shows really catch my interest.
Keep you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, I like those ones. It may not be the healthiest thing, I guess, because it's a little violent, but I love those shows for sure.
It's time to hit the links with a UC golfer who excels in course management and brings a competitive edge to every round. Braden Miller has grown as a leader in the Bearcats lineup. He's our guest on this week's episode of Talk Birdie to Me with Austin Squires.
What's up, Bearcats? I'm Austin Squires, and we are back with another edition of Talk Birdie to Me. I'm here with Braden Miller, freshman from Goshen, Indiana. How we doing, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here.
Yeah, good.
Glad to be here. We got some questions for you. So you have one shot to save the planet. What are you hitting?
I'm going to go middle of the fairway, tucked left pin, 165 yards. Just a stock draw 8-iron. It's my bread and butter.
Does draw your natural shot shape?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mine as well. What is your dream foursome?
Dream foursome? I mean, one's got to be my dad. My dad's got to be in there. Dale Jr., LeBron. I'm a big LeBron fan.
Really?
LeBron over Jordan all day. Just saying.
I love that. You got
saying.
some guys from some different sports in there. And
yeah. And
mix
then
it up.
obviously Tiger.
Yeah. Prime time, 2000?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Somewhere in there, yeah.
If you could dedicate the next 4 years to qualifying for the Olympics, what event would you choose that's not golf?
I always said if I didn't play golf, I'd be a boxer.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I've had people tell me I've got some heat behind me, so I mean, I think boxing would probably fit best under that. And I mean, a couple buddies back home, they played they do boxing, and I mean, I could get some training from them.
Yeah, it takes a lot of training.
Yeah,
it's one of the toughest sports out there.
Oh no, I know.
For the rest of your life, you can only choose one utensil to eat with. Are you going with fork, spoon, or knife?
Spoon. I mean, you can eat anything you want with a spoon. All you got to just scoop it. Like, what if you want to eat soup?
That was my exact. Some other guys said fork. That was my
can't
exact
eat soup
answer.
with a fork. I mean, I know people eat Chipotle with a fork. I eat my Chipotle with a spoon. I mean, and like, what people are gonna say? Like, what if you want to eat steak? Just eat it with your hands.
Exactly. Yeah. Man didn't always have utensils.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
For sure. Yeah. All right. So we're coming up on the spring semester. What are your goals for this semester?
Just to have fun. Just enjoy it. Keep learning. Keep getting the experience down, and prepare myself the best I can.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. Being a freshman, you got a lot of time to move forward and enjoy it while you're here.
Yeah, I will.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for this edition of Talk Birdie to Me. Catch you next time.
Still to come on Bearcats All Access, we take a trip down memory lane and talk some football with an all-time Bearcats great. The Let's Rain podcast is next. Let's take a trip down memory lane and talk some football with one of the Bearcats' all-time greats, former UC quarterback, now a CFL star up north of the border in Canada, Zach Collaros. He is the guest with the voice of the Bearcats, Dan Horde, on this week's episode of the Let's Rain podcast.
Well, first day I got kicked out. You know, my agent called and said, "Hey, Cubs just selected you." I was like, "Yeah, I just saw it." So we used to have to look on the internet.
Yeah, we never seen a field of nails. I didn't know if it was nails in it or not. You know,
got me chills with that. Wow, what?
Did you even think you were going to make the team?
No. Jersey doesn't really fit me. There's no name on my jersey.
I am so excited to catch up with a former Bearcat who has become a legend north of the border. He is a two-time Canadian Football League Most Outstanding Player. He has started in the equivalent of the Super Bowl, the Grey Cup, 6 times. I'm speaking of former Bearcat great Zach Collaros. Zach, it is awesome to see you. We're catching up with you in your off-season home, not far from Toronto. How is life after more than a decade in the CFL?
I appreciate that intro, Dan. It's good to see you. You left out the 4 losses in the Grey Cup, so I appreciate that. And it's great. It's great to be on here. Great to see you. The Cincy light behind you. It's it feels like 15 years ago. It's awesome.
So I was looking at your NFL draft class. Andrew Luck was the first pick. RG3 was the second pick. There are only 2 quarterbacks from that draft class still playing in the NFL, Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins. You're still going strong in the CFL. You're 14 years in. I assume you intend to keep playing for several more. How proud are you of your longevity?
I guess you never really think about it, you know? The season comes to an end, you know, whether you win or you lose. And, you know, you kind of, as I've gotten older, you think about the next step, obviously, but you kind of fall back into the rhythm of, okay, you know, what do I need to do to get my body right again, you know, to go through another training camp and to try to go through another season. So it's been that way, since I can remember. It's just kind of how things are, right? So I'm proud of it. I don't think much of it. You know, it's kind of the rhythm, and it's kind of just my routine of just taking care of myself and taking care of my body. And obviously, you know, my wife plays a big part of that. And having kids now it makes it a little more difficult, but so much more rewarding. You know, it's just I got to get up a little bit earlier to get out the door in the morning to make sure that I'm home now because they've started school, to try to help facilitate, get them out the door and all those things. And I'm proud of it, but at the same time, I'm always thinking of what's next. And if you ask me about what's next, I really don't know. So it's just kind of always in the back of my head.
You have truly proven to be one of the best to ever do it in that league.
Yeah, that's funny to hear. Again, there's a very rich history in this league. It goes back over 100 years, so it's really neat, really cool to be mentioned with a lot of those guys. I mean, the Warren Moons and Doug Flutie's. I think those guys are on another level. But as you know, Dan, with anything else, I've been really, really fortunate, really blessed to be around great coaches, great teammates, and all that stuff in football, which I think is why it's the best game. All that stuff really has to gel and mesh for the quarterback to receive like the accolades that he does. It's the ultimate team sport. But I've been on some really great teams and been around some really great people, so that helps.
Zach, congratulations on an awesome career. I hope it continues for several years to come. Maybe I'll get to a Grey Cup at some point. That would be a lot of fun.
Well, that'll do it for this week's edition of Bearcats All Access. Again, the men's and women's basketball teams both in town this weekend. The women tipping off later on tonight right here against Kansas. And then the men are at home tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock tip-off against UCF. We'll do it again next week. Until then, have a good one, everybody.